in a perfect world, we would look at this and we would say, okay, did some of the sediment get through?
Yes.
Is there something in the water, which you guys actually had a really great conversation ahead of time? Hey, there's stuff in there that maybe is dissolved. Okay, and is there a way to actually filter better? So you would look at your design and see if you could refine. Okay, so because of time constraints, I'm going to turn it back over to Lucia so she can close this up.
Okay, so now, at the beginning of the session, you did right. Scientists and engineers. So right now, we're going to go back to that and see what. You're all red. Okay, so go back to your original quick write and question to yourself, your change. So So have your thoughts changed at all? In your handout, if you would have had like 10 more minutes, but we don't, there's actually another article called How Engineering and Science Differ. So you would have read this and maybe find more things but that we could add to your quick write. Will anyone like to share? Like, is there something that you learned through this process that you didn't include there? Somebody brave. Wow.
I put both
Yes.
investigation and trials, but I think that we need to make sure that we add like an order or also collecting data, because I didn't put collecting data because it takes a lot of collecting which individual material, what they do, and yeah. So we have to sample, and then the order, I guess that makes it important what order you put things in.
Can somebody, like, what about the differences between scientists and engineering? Did anybody come up with something that might be different between scientists and engineering?
The difference?
Yes.
I did notice I had to keep going from after we built it to going, well, wait a minute, what does charcoal do again, and how does it? So I had to kind of go back to the science and think about it, and then came back and redesign, rebuild.
So there was a lot of critiquing and a lot of refining. Yeah. So right here, we have this graphic for the engineering design. It always starts with a goal, and they have a plan on how to solve that problem. So they start asking questions, and they did like we did. What's the concern? And then they find any scientific information that they might need to learn more about that. And then they start imagining, being creative and brainstorming, but they're still not evaluating. So that's kind of what we did, And then we move on to planning. So what are the steps? What am I going to use? How am I going to get there? So this is where you start getting specific. And then you have your create part, and also where you start testing. And here in the create part is also where we get to the prototype. So in engineering, they use that definition, they create their prototype. And one of the differences from scientists and engineering is that engineering, they keep trying to improve it and make it better and better and better. Scientists, sometimes, you answer the question, that's good, But in engineering, you keep improving and critiquing and trying to make it better. So we have 3 minutes left. So in this time, I just want you to talk with your table and share, like, from what we did today. Like, can you identify where we did this, where we did this part, each of these sections? So just go ahead. You can look back at your notebook and just share with your table partners what areas we cover, what we did for each of those areas. Yes?
Can I just ask, like, whose was clear or what they did, or no?
Yeah.
Like, who had success, and what did you use? That's pretty good over there. What did you use? What did you use?
These two coffee filters, the top layer was charcoal, and coffee filter, bottom layer was sand, coffee filter, and then we cut a hole at the bottom so it can go through faster. When we realized it might have fallen, so we put the burlap just to hold it like a net. But yeah, basically that.
I like that. So you kind of went from small to dense to less dense. So we went from gray to box, right?
Yeah. And the second layer of coffee.
And, you know, for you, then your second, you know, your critique and refining it will be to put the different order and see what works. So go ahead. Yes?
The diagram that was on there before, you know.
Here?
So you're saying
This
that's
one.
not true?
With the order, maybe small particles, or if you put it up here, the larger one, medium.
Probably all depends on your variable, like
Yeah.
whatever is in the water.
Okay, can one team quickly share with us what did we do for the first stage? Asking. Yes? How can we improve the water? So we made a question, right, to begin with. Imagine, can somebody share what we did today?
The diagrams, the models we were creating independently.
What about planning? You improve, you gather your data, all that in there. What about creating? We created. And improve would be the next step, which we don't have, to make our model, our engineering system better. Okay, and to finish, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is the big idea of our session this morning, is if the goal is to answer a question, our students are doing science. But if the goal is to design something that will solve a problem, then students are doing engineering. Yes?
Can people look in the process?
Usually they are, you know, but sometimes with science, you know, we just stop once we get the answer, you know, to the question. Yes. So thank you for being patient and working with us. I know we try to put a lot in this, but we hope that what you can take to your classroom is how can you integrate engineering to the science that you're already doing in your classroom. Yes, I think we're going to post these on Edmodo, so you can access them. And as Debbie said, on Wednesday, we're going to have a session that is specific on modeling. So hopefully all those, modeling, it's a 3D model or no diagram. So hopefully.
If you guys could help release the tables a little bit, and then Cecilia has asked me to make sure I announce for you guys to go ahead and get your ones quickly.
Here you go. We can clean up.
Session
We can clean up.
at 12:10, so you'll be eating your lunch in there, or they have, what do they have?
They're gonna listen to them talk about.
While you eat.
Exciting. Here it is. We can clean up. We'll clean up if you can just do one.